So what are we doing exactly?
There's no time to explain, just wait right here. Start the car! Start the car!
It's already started.
Go! Go! Konnichiwa, all my lovely Kohai. My name is Shelbie Senpai, and I'll be your forever and loyal hostess. So just a quick note before we get fully into this, I will have two different versions of this unboxing and review on my channel. The first version will be a long, detailed unboxing and review of her, while the second one is a short, quick, and simple unboxing and review of her. That way I can both appease those who love long unboxing and review videos and those who love short, sweet, and to the point unboxing and review videos. So this is the first version, which is the long, knit, grit, super detailed unboxing and review. Right up here, I'll leave an iCard for you to be able to click on for the second version. If you already couldn't tell from the title of this video, I will be opening the brand new Sakura KINAMOTO 1/7 May the Stars Bless You figure by Good Smile Company. This figure is also part of the 15th year anniversary for Good Smile Company and the 20th year anniversary for Cardcaptor Sakura herself. Now, I've had Sakura pre-ordered for a really, really long time now. I pre-ordered her from good old Ami. I did eventually notice that Good Smile Company did hold a free shipping promotion on her, and I thought, no, there's no way she would be up to $250 American dollars. I was sorely mistaken about that. Ami shipping price was out the door for this girl. And if you got her from Good Smile Company directly, you got the best deal. For the rest of us, not so much. But thank goodness, I had been saving up a crap ton of my Ami points, and I got her really discounted. And I mean really discounted. There are two different versions of this figure. There is the standard one, which is just Sakura by herself, and then there is the deluxe one, which I have right here, which comes with a lot more than just Sakura and her magic wand. As you can see, she is huge. Her box alone stands at about 56 centimeters, and here in America, that's a little over 20 inches. She's a big girl. I mean, look at her. She's basically the size of the upper half of me. Which I'm not complaining, because I tell you what, other figure companies, take notes, because this is the best box that I have ever seen for a figure by far. And I've collected on again, off again, pretty regularly. And like I said before, this box is the best box I've ever seen for a figure. It's so good, I'm really tempted not to take her out of it because it's that good. But who am I kidding? I want to see what she looks like in person, So let's go ahead and take a good close-up look at the box. Here at the top, we can see that there is a gold metallic either sun or star symbol. Working our way further down, we see the big old window opening. Continuing around the edges of the window is that gold metallic star and dot symbols. Making our way down, we see the pattern continuing to go around the window. Here at the bottom of the box, continuing with the gold metallic writing, we see 1/7 scale painted figure with Sakura's name and the Stars Bless You logo. On this side of the box, we see that continuing gold metallic logo symbols of the little star, sun symbols. Moving our way down, we once again see the 1/7 scale painted figure with Sakura's name and May the Stars Bless You logo. Moving further on down, we also see a gold silhouette of what the figure will look like once fully together. And on this side of the box, it is exactly the same as it is on the other side, with the gold metallic writing and symbols, and once again with that Sakura silhouette. Unfortunately, as you can see right here, my box was damaged while being sent to me. I am very thankful, though, that that is the only damage that my box did receive. As for the very back of the box, you can see here a full-blown picture of what Sakura will look like once we have her out of the box and completely put together. Here at the top, we see the 20th year anniversary and 15-year anniversary logo once again, with the company logos over here as well once again. And like I said, this is what Sakura is going to look like once we have her fully together, and she is an absolute showstopper. Here at the very bottom, we just have the normal warning and caution labels that you always get with these kinds of figures, and right there is the sticker of authenticity. And at the top of the box, we get the same gold lettering and embellishments as we have had on the rest of the box. And if you look in the background, you can see the summoning circle Sakura uses. Now I know what you're thinking. Senpai, that's not really a big deal. It's just a box. What makes it so special? Well, that's just the outside of the box. The inside of the box has a lot more to give. Let me show you. The box opens up and reveals a hidden picture. As you can see, this is the picture that the figure is based off of. Gorgeous, right? Just look at all those details. There's so many intricate parts to this illustration. Clamp has always done a phenomenal job in my opinion, and I can't wait to see if Good Smile Company was able to recreate this down to a T or not. Not only is it the fact that the box opens up, but there is also a magnet in here. Can you hear that? That helps keep the box closed. And then on top of that, with the hidden drawing inside, there's actually a hidden picture here on the side of a close-up picture of what the figure will look like once we finally get her opened up. So not only is it awesome that this is a box that keeps on giving, it also comes with an amazingly adorable, cute, nostalgic memento. Remember those Clo cards you could get as a child growing up? Well, guess what? Now you can get your very own exclusive Sakura 20th year anniversary one of her in the Stars May Bless You format. And oh my gosh, I'm in love with her. She's fantastic. I love the pink and the details in this, and I'm really happy with this as a bonus. So, enough about the box and enough chit chat. Let's open up this bad boy and get to figuring her out. Woo! She does come with a set of instructions that are both in Japanese and in English. A real quick note, I have noticed on my figure collection, some people have unfortunately received broken arms of her. This arm is supposed to come out while putting her together, and I just hope and pray that I am not one of the unlucky few that have received a broken arm. And I've also noticed with my box that right here is a little star. I'm not sure if that is the same for everyone else's boxes, because I've tried looking at her skirt to see if there's any one missing, and I don't see one missing. And now I'm super worried because I just found this itty bitty little star sitting randomly at the back of the blister packaging. It's not even the one that I pointed out previously. Looking at the instruction manual that the figure came with, if you take a look right here, it looks like that the figure does come with 3 extra stars, maybe just in case you lose them. But the stars were just in what looks like an open plastic bag. I would have rather seen it in a plastic baggie, like with a little Ziploc bit to it, because I can only find 2 of the 3 that I'm supposed to have. Something I would like to point out is that if you take a look right there and take a look down here, you will see those little twisty ties that normally come in on Barbie doll packaging, so you will have to remove those before you open up her blister packaging. Well, that was fun. Okay, so now that we finally have gotten the dang twisty ties off of her, let's actually open her. She's got tape. Of course she has tape. I should have known that she would have tape. Alright, I don't know whose dumbass idea this was, but whoever freaking designed the blister packaging decided to put tape right on the ribbon of this. So I'm super scared that the paint is going to peel off with the tape. I am not happy about this at all. Like, come on, seriously? You could have continued the blister packaging for this to be all plastic right here and not have an opening where the ribbon could get stuck to the tape. This is a no-no. Okay, so the first thing that I am taking out of her box is her ribbon. This ribbon does go around her. There are two connection points. There is this point right here and this point right here. One point connects to the circle part that goes around her, and then the other part connects to her arm. This was the part right here that the tape was touching, and thank goodness it didn't peel off any paint. There is a little bit of an odd residue on there now from the sticky. I'm going to try to wipe that off as best as I can. First impressions with this ribbon, it looks really well made. It is a little bit of a lighter, bendier plastic, as you can see. So I'm not worried about it maybe dropping and shattering as much. I would say caution though, because you don't want to bend it so much to the point where it just breaks in half. It has this really pretty light pink to it with kind of that darker red that we saw as a background color for the inside of her box. Up next we have her magic wand, and I tell you what, this is one damn good looking wand. Her wand is painted with a slick glossy pink color. The little yellow star is glossy as well. The wings are actually a white matte, and then we get the gold metallic color in there as well with the glossy metallic red, and down here at the end you do see that gold metallic paint again with the glossy metallic red again, and this just looks so dang good. I think that this was painted and sculpted so nicely. And if you look, you can also see that there is an ombre effect in her wand. It goes from dark to light to dark again, and I think that's a really nice detail that they added in there. It just looks so good. I mean, dang. This is a nice wand. Guess what? I found the missing star. It was hidden inside the blister packaging, so thank goodness I found it. I was going to be really disappointed if I did not have all three of the extra stars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. While trying to get the moon part off, this part detached from the base. Yeah, that's going to take some fixing. So now that she's finally put together, let's go ahead and take a look at all of her in her magical girl glory. Dang, she looks good. Really good. Taking a look at her face, I think they did a fantastic job. They have painted and detailed her eyes quite nicely. She has such a sweet, happy smile on her face. I do wish, though, that they put a little more shading into her hair. Her hair is sculpted so nicely. It would have really made the sculpt pop more if there was a lot more shading in there. Her crown is done quite nicely as well. It has got the gorgeous gold paint that we've seen throughout this figure with nice shading in the red areas. She has some really nice small details throughout her sculpt. As you can see right there, she has the smallest little star around her choker. She also has some really nice gold embellishments on her dress. The red from her crown continues throughout her dress and her choker, on top of a nice little pastel mint green color. Once again, we see those continuing golden stars throughout her dress that are sculpted so nicely that they're super sharp to the touch. Even the sculpting underneath her is phenomenal. Look at all of these rows and rows of ruffles. Even her little bloomers are sculpted so nicely. I love the underneath of her. It is just so amazingly detailed. And just like I pointed out before, the ruffles are detailed and sculpted so nicely on this figure. Continuing our way down the leg, she also has those continuing sharp gold stars on her ruby red shoe. And as you can see, those shoes are super mega glossy, and I love when figures have glossy shoes. Over her main part of her dress, she does have this clear, sheer, wavy fabric. I'm not really sure if it's just supposed to be part of her dress or not, but I really do love it. I think that's a really nice detail, and it's one big sculpted piece, so there's no seam lines anywhere on it. Her gloves are absolutely fantastic. You all know how I feel about pearlescent paint, and they got the pearlescent down to a T for this girl on her gloves. Her wand looks really nice in her hand. It's in there snug and firm, and I'm not worried about it falling out at all, and it looks really good with her. Now the ribbon is painted with a matte pink and red color. I think that blends well with this figure since she does have pearlescent, glossy, metallic, and sheer paint going on throughout her, so it's nice to get a little break from all the different textures that we are getting with her paint. And the sculpting work on the back, they did not lack in at all. They still continued in sculpting her beautifully. The clear sheer fabric here is ruffled out so beautifully as if she's floating into the wind. It matches along with her pose so beautifully. And once again, we have that beautiful glossy red shoe. One thing though right now that I'm not really loving is the design on her stocking. It kind of looks a little cartoony and cheap to me. Once again, like we have on her pearlescent tights, we have that cartoony design, and I'm still on the fence about that. I just think she's sculpted and painted so gorgeously that this kind of takes away from her. As a whole, she is absolutely gorgeous to look at. I think she is quite a spectacle to be seen. She is definitely a holy grail for anyone that is a Cardcaptors fan or Magical Girl fan. She is really a show-stopping piece. Now, after measuring her, she stands at about roughly 17.5 inches for here in America, and roughly about 43 centimeters for other parts of the world. Alright, so let's go ahead and compare her. Here she is compared to the Kotobukiya Sakura KINAMOTO figure. Here she is compared to the two Nindroid Co-Ds of Sakura. And finally, here she is compared to two of my mini blind box Sakura figures. Now, my final deliberation for this girl is that she is, yes, a show-stopping piece. She should be considered a holy grail and nothing less. Her sculpting is absolutely stunning. It is done so cleanly and so nicely, and I absolutely love seeing that they did sharp, clean lines for her sculpting. Her paintwork is done so well. There's no bleeding, there's no mispainting. Everything else has such clean and cut precision on the painting. And then on top of that, the textures in the paint are beautiful as well. You get lovely mattes, glosses, metallics throughout this figure. Her base helps as well. It is part of the show-stopping part to her. It is absolutely one of the best bases I have ever seen for a figure. There's so many intricate parts and details to it. Not only within Sakura herself is there different textures of paint work, but there also is for her base in the sun and moon area and the circle area, on the planets, on the wings, and all the swirls at the bottom of her as well. Her box is absolutely show-stopping as well. You could honestly keep her in the box and never take her out because that's how good the box is. And the fact that they also added the card as a little bonus with the deluxe figure is even more of an amazing item with her. Now, with all that being said, unfortunately there are some problems that I have with her. The first being that a lot of collectors unfortunately have received their figure with a broken right arm. I myself was quite lucky to not have received one that had a broken right arm. My second problem is that Sakura herself is quite a hefty figure. She has such a good weight in my hands when I hold her, but her base, not so much. Her base is made out of a lighter plastic than she herself is, and I see a lot of wobbling problems occurring with her. She does sit quite nicely in her base though. The metal peg that goes inside her leg fits quite snugly. I know that Good Smile probably opted for a lighter base so that way shipping wasn't out of control, but shipping ended up being out of control anyways, unfortunately. I would have liked to have seen a sturdier base for such a hefty figure. My next problem is that we have seen here today that my circle part is detached. And there could quite possibly be other collectors out there that received a detached circle piece such as myself. This is quite sad, especially since she is such a high-priced figure on the market right now. Also, don't like how you can see the connection parts with the clear areas. These clear areas are unforgiving, and I wish maybe they somehow were able to figure out a different way of putting those parts together, because unfortunately they are eyesores. With all of that being said though, I think Sakura is absolutely fantastic. She is such a gorgeous figure, even with the few flaws that she has. I think she is worth the buy if you are willing to spend the high price that she is at. Now, do I honestly feel that she is worth the standard $250 that a lot of people are having to pay? After getting her in my hands and working with her, not so much, no. Yes, she has a stunning base and a stunning big box and a bonus item, but she herself is such a sturdy figure, and with the base being as flimsy as it is, I think they honestly could have knocked the price down to anywhere between $150 and $175. And maybe you yourself feel different. If you do, let me know down below what you think her cost should be if you have received her and if you've had any problems yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this girl. She's absolutely fantastic, and I'm really happy that I did pick her up. But I'm just wanting to be honest with you, my audience. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please don't be afraid to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to become one of my lovely Kohai today. You can also follow me on Instagram and my figure collection. I always leave the details in the description box down below. Well, that's it for this week's video, my lovely Kohai. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.